Monkeys Creations. Come on in. Me bring y'all up so I can see your comments. Let's see. Chat. There we go. All right. I just bring them up on my iPad as a backup. Whew, my table's a mess. Hello, hello. How is everybody this morning? We are going to do something a little bit different. Today, actually tomorrow is Veterans Day, but everybody is celebrating it today. That way the banks and everybody can have their holiday. So it really is tomorrow, but we are going to celebrate it today. Typically, I would do a flower because that's what I'm here for. Flower Friday, right? But today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a patriotic dragon with my white dragon mask from Amazon is where you can get them. Facebook isn't playing nice. Uh-oh. Let me find you here. Hello, hello, everybody. Well, it looks like everything is fine on my end, so we're just going to roll with it. So, but it's Friday, y'all. So everybody put down your coffee, put down your water, put down whatever you're drinking. Stand up, get off the couch, get out of the bed, get off the chair. Get up. Get up, because it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Woohoo! All right. So I know those eyes. So let me bring y'all down a little bit. So I order my dragon eyes from Amazon. Now I get the multi-pack, so I never know which color I'm going to get, but I kind of like it because they can all be so different. The heck is Copilot? Get off of there. I don't want you. There we go. So they're all just a little bit different. But there's so many options, even the purples, the greens. So that's what I get. They are 25 millimeter eyes. You can do 30. Totally up to you. You like my sweatshirt? Thank you. So totally up to you. But I use 25 millimeter, and for me, they work perfectly. Okay. So what I do to prep the head is I grab either, depending on the kind of dragon I'm making, I may use black or I may use the white. For, the patriotic, for some of the friendlier versions, like the fairy tale dragon that I did in pink, I will use the white. For the Christmas dragons, I use the white. For the more typical dragons, scary dragons, whatever you want to call them, I use the black. So I generally use 2 pieces, and I use E6000 as my glue, y'all. Do not, I repeat, do not just use hot glue, okay? Because they will pop off. So definitely E6000, okay? So then I would just attach it. I generally let them sit overnight. Um, can I please put the cardinal vinyl, the clown vinyl in your Etsy shop, please? You can get those vinyls from Unique in the Creek. I only sell those vinyls with my kits. So Louise, definitely go to Unique in the Creek, and that's where you can get those. Okay. Right, Donna, the eyes will be falling out of the socket for sure. So then what I do is I take that same E6000. Now I ran out of my regular white, so I used the back of a glitter silver. So use what you have, and then I E6000 the felt or whatever I'm using onto the mask, and then I hot glue over it. That way it is not going anywhere. B7000 sets up faster than E6000. Okay. I use E6000. So whatever you have, just please make sure you do not just use hot glue. Okay. Any questions about the mask? The mask, the eyes, everything you can get from Amazon. Amazon sells just the plain white mask. I think you get 3 in a pack for like 18 bucks. I am going to attempt to decoupage one of them, but that's coming later. Okay. So any questions about the mask, the eyes, any of that? Get those out of my way. Now, we are using, of course, it can't be a patriotic dragon without red, white, and blue, right? So this is all horizontal white stripe. Okay, so we've got the red, white, and blue. And I believe, I don't remember if I got the blue from Unique in the Creek or not. But I know, or they did have the red and white. So the blue either came from Unique in the Creek or Craft Outlet. Okay. Do you always get the variety? I do generally. That's still the first variety pack I have. So unless I'm doing kits with the dragons, I like the variety because it's just so neat to be able to put the different colors and see what it looks like and all the things. So the colors you think you'll never use, you do end up using just because it's so stinking cool. So I do get the variety pack unless, of course, I'm doing kits. And Unique in the Creek is giving away 2 ring boards. So y'all make sure you comment. Make sure you float my boat. And all the things. So I saved a couple rows so that we could, or I could show you how I load the boards for the dragon. Spit it out, Michelle. So I use the outside and then this inside, and then we come back in and put our third. Okay. Zip tie, flat end goes up to the ceiling. Load it in that first hole. And it's going to the outside of the board. Just like that. For the next one, we're using the 2 inside holes. Y'all, let me silence my phone. It's been blowing up all morning. We're going to the 2 inside. So down one hole, up the next. You're ordering dragon stuff today? Yes. Okay, first hole to the outside. Down one hole and up the next. And then I load the third one as I'm doing each row, y'all. Okay. Especially for teaching purposes, it's easier to show y'all without a lot of zip ties. Okay. Thanks, Doris. Okay, so that's how we set it up. So I'm going to show you one of each color 3 different times. That way I get people as they come and go. All right, so I do wood burn these with this fold. You really do not need to. I just do it, y'all. Okay, so 10 by 10, curl side up. You have all the stuff to make one, but have not got to it yet. Girl, get to it. Curl side up, diamond shape. We're going to bring top to the bottom. And I just kind of flatten it. Nope, this is all horizontal wide stripe. And then we're going to bring left to right, lining up your tip to tip. And smash it. Y'all know I like to smash stuff. Okay, so that's what we have. And then we're going to bring bottom to the top, again, lining up those corners. Hey, hey. Okay, just like that. Now here's where it gets a little different is I go right inside. See that hole? I put my finger and I'm going to pull out and back to give it that good stretch and to elongate this and make it curve as much as possible. Okay, so right in, out, and back. And pinching that end as we go. That way we get that nice curve. Oh, there you go. UITC does have the red, white, and blue, y'all. And then I line this up and I pinch at the 2-inch mark. And we just band it. And break your band. Okay. And then if you need to adjust it. Now, a lot of people are using the Deco mesh. Now you can use the Deco mesh. I should have, actually I do. Okay. So see how the horizontal wide stripe tends to stay exactly as you do it, exactly as it's made. Sometimes the Deco mesh, y'all, does not do that. I have an extra piece right here and I'm going to show you. Okay. So this is still 10 by 10. Now this is jute. The cream and gold jute, but I'm going to show you. Now this is not wood burn, so it's going to fray. So top to the bottom, if you're using Deco mesh and you want it to stay like that, you're going to need some hot glue. Thanks for floating my boat. Left to right. See, he's already fumbling with it. Okay, and then top to the bottom, or bottom to the top. inch at the 2-inch. Oh, you can only get Deco mesh in Scotland? Okay, well then this trick is for you. Okay, so see the difference, how this one will stay put and this one you're already showing that gap. All you need to do is bring those gaps together. Take you a little bit of hot glue, run it right in there, just a little bit, don't need a lot. Bring those back together and clip it, and then it will stay together. Silly question, what does float in your boat mean? Share the live, please. The horizontal wide stripe, red, white, and blue, you can get from Unique in the Creek. Okay, now we'll let that sit just a minute and then we'll come back to it. So let's make the white one. I will say another thing. These aren't, especially the horizontal wide stripe, they are not 10 by 10, y'all. They're usually 10 by 10 and a quarter, 10 by 10 and a half. So to get a true square, you need to make sure that you measure each row, because the red was 10 and a quarter. The white is just over 10 and a quarter. And the blue is 10 and a half. Okay, see that? Let me line it up for you. Okay, right here's the 10. Blue is 10 and a half. So if you want a true square, you got to go 10 and a half by 10 and a half. 10 and a quarter by 10 and a quarter. Okay, so I make sure if I need a true square, which you do most of the time, that I measure each row. They're not all created equal. Okay. So this one was 10 and a half. So I cut it at 10 and a half. All right. Oh, we were doing the white. Okay. Top to the bottom. You were finally able to get the eyes to stay. Awesome. Yes. Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there. 10 and a quarter. You need a quarter? Tip to tip. Smash it. Morning. Sideways, bottom to the top. Okay, going right in. And I'm pulling out and back. And smashing that tip as we go. And then I'm doing a 2-inch tail. And then just band it. Okay, let's go back to this one. Okay, so now it is not going to go anywhere and it will stay the shape. Smashing it. Okay, so if you're using regular Deco mesh and you want it to act like horizontal wide stripe, it's not gonna. You gotta help it out with a little bit of glue and then you will get that same effect. Okay, for the blue, we're doing it a little bit different. I'm doing the Dean Michael. So that's one petal right over the other. Okay, so we have a 10 by 10 or a 10 and a half. Yep, 10 and a half by 10 and a half. We're going to do diamond shape. I'm going to line it up on my mat. And I'm going to cut from corner to corner, just like that. Now, I will say horizontal wide stripe does not fray like most of your meshes. Okay. So we're going to take those two tips, going to line them up. I'm going to clip it, turn it sideways, line up your edges. Don't worry about this part. It's going to be in the zip tie. Okay. Find your middle pinch. And then we're going 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and then pick it up and band it. I wanted to try something a little different. Normally, this is not the petal I use for the middle, but I wanted to try it and see what it looked like. And I mean, it's the Patriotic dragon. It's got to be a little different. And then go right up underneath and open up that petal. And that's what we're going to use. Okay, y'all ready to get started? I'm going to have to sit down today, y'all. All right. So, doesn't matter where you start. So we're going to do, I'm thinking we're going to do white, red, and then blue. Or do I want to go red, white, and blue? I think I want to do that. So we're going to do red on the outside. Now you will see as I do this, I want the shoe part to come down. Or to go up, I guess, if you're looking at it, to go up versus coming down. Does that make sense? Okay, so just putting those right in. Do the white. And then we're going to come in with our third zip tie. So go on that inside and outside hole right there in the middle. Just like that. And we're going to put our blue in. Now these petals will show a little more once we get everything done and I get them spread out. Oh, ha! I didn't zip it. Gotta zip it, y'all. And then at the end, we will spread all of these out and you'll definitely be able to see the red, white, and blue. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. You would have reversed it. You could. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. Been kind of playing with it in my head for a few days now. Because ideally, when I first thought about it, I was just going to do the blue, just like I would the flag, right? The blue right here, and then just red and white. So I've been kind of playing with it a few different ways in my head. But I was like, well, let's just do it this way. It's not an ombre blue, but it does have a natural stripe to it. But have any of y'all decoupaged the face mask? Now the whites are a little bit different than the others. The others are just foam, Eva foam. So these, the white ones, are a hard plastic. So they're a little bit different, but I'm thinking you could definitely decoupage them. So I don't know. One day I'm going to play with it. You know, when I have about an hour to do nothing. So what's everybody up to this weekend? Doing anything exciting? Now, I don't typically mess with these until I get the whole thing done, and then I will move everything around. Camouflage, yes. We are making a patriotic dragon. That's what we're doing. And then at noon, I will be making a patriotic rose on my page. Well, welcome, Bonita. I am Michelle from Monkeys Creations. You will catch me here on Unique in the Creek every other Friday. Typically, I do flowers, but today we're switching it up. You're going with your daughters to look for wedding dresses? What? You have made camouflage mess by blotting paint on black horizontal white stripe. Good to know. So if y'all have not seen the Patriotic Rose, make sure you join me on my page at noon Central Standard Time. You're hanging with your grandson? Yay. Planning to go to the park? Awesome. We're going to put a couple more in, and then I will show how to make these petals again. But see, I'm thinking like do the flag and then red and white striped. That's what I'm thinking. You have everything to make it, but you're scared. What are you afraid to make? What are you afraid to make? Cleaning your craft space? I'm not supposed to do that on the weekends. All right, we'll do this set, and then I will show the petals again. So you need 16 of each color. So you need 16 red, 16 white, 16 blue. So ideally, one color of each will be enough to make 2 of these. All right, so let me show you the petals again. Do the red and the white. So all of these are squared. And I say that if you're just joining because not all of these are 10 by 10. Sometimes they're 10 and a half or 10 by 10 and a quarter, 10 by 10 and a half. So it really just depends on your mesh, but I will say it's squared. How about that? So diamond shape, bring that top to the bottom, smash it. My husband is fixing to throw me out. What? Okay, you better clean. We're going to go left to right. Smash it. Hello, hello. Once the S-Dragon never did the wood burning the mesh. Well, the good thing about this is you don't see these cut edges, so you do not have to wood burn it. You just have to deal with the mesh fraying as you're making it, but you won't see it. Does that make sense? Okay, top to bottom. We're going to stretch out and back. This will be your first attempt. Yay. The S-Dragons are fun too. They definitely use a lot more mesh. So that's why they're a lot more expensive when you go to sell them, but they are fun. Okay, 2-inch tail and pinch. Okay, so there's our red. We're going to do the white the same way. Left to right. Smush it. Bottom to the top. Stretch and pull back. Thanks, Candy. Two-inch tail, pinch and band. Okay, so there's our white. Blue is squared. We're going to take it diagonal, line it up on our board, and we're going to cut right down the middle. Could you use this petal on a flower? Absolutely. And holiday bake off folding petals. Holiday bake off. I was watching the new billionaire movie on Netflix about the Betancourts while I was prepping for 2 lives this morning. Bring our tips together. Clip them. Turn it sideways. Line up your edges. Find your middle and pinch. And then 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Grab it and band it. Okay, and then go right up underneath. Happy fingers. And open it up and pull it off. So there's your Dean Michael. Okay. And I will do the last set on the very last petal. If you have any questions along the way, please ask. That's why I am here. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. Well, I do sometimes, but. Okay, going right in the middle, doing that shared hole. With our blue. If your mesh is 10.5 inches, do you cut your pieces 10.5? Yes. If my mesh is 10.5, I cut it 10.5. If it's 10.25 and I need a true square, then I go 10.25. Thanks. It's freezing. I'm not showing any problems on my end. If you like a bit scary Netflix, follow the House of Usher. I've seen it. It is amazing, Judy Baker. It's awesome. It's an awesome movie. Yeah, I watched it that first weekend it came out. And Rose Red, y'all. If you haven't seen Rose Red, I highly recommend it. But y'all, I like scary movies. I don't like gory blood scary. I just like scary. Like if you can make me jump in my bed, I love it even more. This Wreath USA, where can I get this? Where can I get the pattern? I'm showing you the pattern, girlfriend. It's right here. It's right here. Copy away. Yeah. Rose Red, I believe, is on Hulu. Now, I had seen it years ago, but I did watch it again just a few weeks ago. This is the best teacher I have watched her for years. Oh, thanks. Yep. Don't get stressed about making a read. Just walk away. Come back when you got the smile back on your face. Otherwise, you'll drive yourself nuts, y'all. Excuse me, where can I buy the pattern? You don't need to buy it, girlfriend. I'm giving it to you for free right here. Midnight Mass, I have. I've seen that one. You can always go back, watch the replay, pause it, snap a picture, keep going, pause it, snap a picture. But this, it's the same all the way around, y'all. Hi, hi. Julia Roberts has a couple scary movies. I don't know. What does she have that's scary? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm going to show the petals one more time. So just hang with me, girlfriend. But I think out of all the mashes there are, I definitely prefer the dragons in the horizontal wide stripe. Just for the simple fact is it holds its shape really, really well. Now, Lori is giving away a couple of ring boards, so make sure that you have commented. Kissing a guy is scary. Looks like she's going to swap. Oh, my God. Not that kind of scary, Jackie Blewett. Hey, hey. Yeah. I know. I love the horizontal white stripe as well. It's my favorite, especially for these. You're missing half the comments. What? Well, I saw yours. Since watching all the coaches in the group, awesome. We all bring a little something different. Little something, something different. You did miss the dance. Silence of the Lambs. Yes, I've seen that one a couple of times. All of those. All right, 2 more, and then we're going to make the last set of petals. And then we can get this all fixed up, get our face attached. Can I ask about a bow? You can ask me anything. Absolutely. Will I be able to answer right now? It depends on what you're asking. How about that answer? Laughs at me when I watch you because I answer you. Oh, funny. Now, I will be on my page at noon Central Standard Time, and we're going to do a patriotic rose. If you've known me any length of time, you know I typically do not make roses just because I don't enjoy them, but I can make them. So we are going to do a patriotic rose on my page at noon. I made a bow, but not covering the top of the lantern. Well, how much of the lantern are you really wanting to show? And can you add greenery or florals or something else to kind of help hide it? Or just add another loop to the bottom? Yes, a rose. I will be making a rose. And of course, it'll be red, white, and blue because that's what today is all about. All right. Let's make our last set for those that are just popping on. Me too, Sandy. All right. So these are all squared. So for the red and white, diagonal, top to the bottom, smash it. You've never made a rose either? Watch me, girlfriend. Left to right, tip to tip, smash it. I did. You just want it to flow over the top. Then maybe just add an extra loop on each side. Maybe that'll be enough. I am doing the rose on the large board. Bottom to the top. Go right in. We're going to stretch and pull back to elongate and get that. Girl, please. I am not going to do it blindfolded. To get that nice curve. And we're doing a 2-inch tail. It's for her wedding for the table centerpieces. You are going to be busy. Same thing with the white. It is square, diagonal, top to the bottom. left to right. You'll leave the flowers to us. I don't know what it is. Now the rose is what got me involved in Unique in the Creek. But it is not my favorite. I can make them. Top to the bottom, stretch. On your main page one day. Have fun with that. I want to be the commentary. I want to be the MC. Okay, white, blue is squared. We're going to go diagonal, line it up on our board, cut right down the middle. Now this is not the typical petal I use for the middle scale of the dragon, but I wanted to try it. Tip to tip, one petal right over the other. I find clipping it makes it a whole lot easier. We're going to line up our edges here and here. Don't worry about this part. It's going in the zip tie. Find your middle pinch. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Grab and band. Thanks, y'all. What is my favorite wreath to make? Oh, I don't know. Every time I make another one, it's my new favorite. Go right up underneath with your happy fingers and open it up. Okay, so there's your petal. All right, let's get this last set in. Now we're working underneath, so just be patient and lift up. I know you're not going to be able to see under here, but going under. Why do you cut this strip down the middle? So that I can get that perfect Dean Michael tip. So my tips generally are right on top of each other. That's why I do it. It's easier for me. May not be easier for everybody else, but that's the way I prefer to make them. Okay. All right. Now you can leave it like this, or you can be a little extra, be a little more dramatic like I am sometimes, and flare these out. Is that darn clown? You should have seen me the first year I made those dang clowns. They was everywhere. I sold over 20 of them daggone things, and they was hanging everywhere. Okay, so see how that just adds a little drama? Now I'll be able to get it better lined up once I get it hung up. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the red. I'm trying to figure out where I can grab it. And everybody's like, dragon scales don't go like that. I'm like, show me a milled dragon, and then you can tell me whether or not they go like that, okay? All right, and then line up our blue again. Isn't that cool? All right. Now to add the head, we're going to find the top of our board, and you'll know that because there'll be 2 holes right there at the top. And I just use these sides, and we're going to add a couple pipe cleaners, or you can use zip ties, whichever you want to use. I'm just trying to figure out where my holes are. And which ones I'm going to use. I never know until I actually get them on. I think I'm going to go right over that blue petal, so that middle one. I loved what you did with the broken mask. Oh, I love that one too. I love that one. Now, sometimes I will say it is easier to go through the mesh than to try to go up under it sometimes. So just remember that. It is okay to go through your mesh. See, like here, it's going to be trying to get around this petal, but still get it up and have this petal lay nicely is kind of hard. So I'm going to grab my needle and we're going to go through this mesh. That way it will stay, that petal will stay exactly where I want it. Okay. You're not ruining your mesh, I promise. All right, there's one. And there's 2. All right, and then we can bring it up. And it's generally only going to be this side that you have to do that with, okay? your dragon wreaths don't sell? Where do you post them? How often do you post them? How much are you selling them for? So many questions. I can tell you I've sold, I just actually sold 2 more yesterday. So it's all about your hashtags, your SEOs, everything. Look how cool that is. Now, like I said, once I get it hung up, I'll be able to make sure all of the scales are perfect. I am going to do one more thing right up underneath. No, actually, I don't want it there. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, got to get up. So there you go. And if you have your own dog tags, you can kind of hang them so it looks like it's coming just down, or kind of hang it on his head. I would definitely probably hang them from that mask. So that's a perfect way to hang your loved one's dog tags if you have them. All right. Well, there you go. Where y'all at? There you go. So there is your patriotic dragon. Now I will get pictures, get it hung up, and move some of these petals. I can see that they are kind of wonky, and y'all know that drives me nuts. But as soon as I take pictures, I will get them posted for y'all. Any questions? You need 16 pieces of each color, 16 red, 16 white, 16 blue. So one roll of each will make you two, if you have a true 10 by 10, should make you 2 dragons. All right, y'all. And look at those eyes. No, I do not have kits for this. So this one is listed on my website if you want it, monkeyscreations.com, minus my dog tags. You will not get those, but you can get the wreath. All right. That's all I got for y'all. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to everybody for your service. Y'all have an amazing day. I will be on my page at noon Central Standard Time to do a patriotic rose. And then I will see y'all back here in 2 weeks. All right. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.